my last year of high school, I had no idea what I wanted to do. Like, there was always fear around, I'm the first person in my family who could be going to college. I don't know where I will end up. Will I leave the Bronx? And I remember coming here and just seeing downtown, seeing the lake. It was just very different atmosphere than what I was used to.
So high school for me, if I think back to high school, it was such a critical period of me trying to discover what my options even were, because I did not have family members that went through the traditional school system in the States. Along the way, I knew that I wanted to work with people, and I knew that I wanted to have some impact in my world where I could give back to my community.
I lean so heavily on relationships, especially in middle school and high school, because a lot of time those kids, teenagers, they don't think they connect with any adults, and they don't think any adults get them. So if they encounter an adult who they feel they connect with and gets them, it can be really motivating.
I think my favorite part of my job related to this is my work with peer leaders. Every year they start the school year having weekly meetings, and they meet for many weeks to become informed enough to lead conversations on what are really challenging topics. And then they are able to go in and work with their same age peers, and they lead their peers in interactive activities and discussions. We did work this year at the 7-8 level on implicit bias, microaggressions and privilege.
I think the beauty of being at UVM is the access to resources and opportunities. So I work with the TRIO Student Support Services program, and that program serves students who are the first in their families to go to college, first-generation college students, students from limited income backgrounds, and students who work with student accessibility services. So a lot of that work is mentoring students, providing supportive resources, and just cultivating a space to support them and help them get connected to resources, make them feel like they have a space here.
After leaving Vermont, and I was down in Washington, D.C. for about 9 years, and I worked for a local nonprofit working with inner city schools, and then after that, I pursued my public health degree at the George Washington University, and then I started working for DC Public Schools, where I was doing a lot of HIV/STI prevention work. And so I did that for about 4 years, and then afterwards I decided to move back to Vermont and continue to do public health work here for the local health department.
Experiential learning is something that we've engaged in recently. It's a form of PBL, but it really ask kids to go outside of the classroom and connect more with the community. And recently we had been working with the City Council on a project to design the green space down in the Winooski Roundabout. And the kids were able to give their proposals to the City Council, and we culminated with a huge project gallery. And that was one of the most inspiring things I've seen from our kids, because they were actually connected to all of the projects and to changing the community itself.
I don't see learning as a stagnant thing. I think similar to the human development model, life is a trajectory where you're just continuously growing and learning. I know that wherever I end up and whatever I do, it's going to be driven by hope and motivation to give back to my community and influence the world.
I think this job in so many ways is connected to my identity. This job, I really feel needed. I really feel like I have a niche here, and that the community has accepted me and welcomes me, and that I'm doing something that's bigger than just me.
When you can sit with a kid in a moment when they're struggling and see the light bulb, see them have an aha moment, see them have a breakthrough, to bear witness to that, to be part of that, is such a blessing. And those moments come out of the blue all of the time.